everyone, it's Ellen here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley on the guitar. So stay tuned if this is something that you'd like to learn. And really quick before we jump into the tutorial, I wanted to take a second to thank today's sponsor, Starfavor. I'll actually be featuring their 60s Relic electric guitar in this video today. As you can see, this guitar is giving off super vintage vibes with all of the chipped paint, the faded lacquer, the worn fretboard, and things like that. This is all stuff that was very intentional on Starfavor. They've created this guitar model to look as if it is from the 60s. However, if you were to get an actual vintage 60s guitar, they usually cost somewhere in the several thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. Or even if you were to go the custom shop route, those can still cost thousands of dollars. But with Starfavor, you can get a similar look for a fraction of the price. As you can see, we have a Strat style solid body, and the pickups here are single coil pickups, and they're specifically modeled after that kind of vintage 60s sound. Something else I was super impressed with was this guitar actually came with a vintage guitar case as well. So the whole thing really fits that aesthetic if that's something that you're going after. Beyond that, the rest of these specs are very similar to a normal Strat, and I'll link all of that down below. So if you are interested in this Starfavor guitar, I'll make sure to have their link to their Amazon store in my description box, as well as in this iCard right up here. So I'm going to go ahead and categorize this song as beginner friendly, but first of all, let's talk about a guitar. You will need it to be in standard tuning, and you do not need a capo to play this in the original key. I have 6 chord shapes to show you to play through this song, and none of them are bar chords, which is awesome, as well as 2 strumming patterns that you can use to play through the entire thing. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial, and we'll start with the chords. Alright guys, so like I said, we have 6 chord shapes, and we're going to start with our E major, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts that you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginners course right here on YouTube in episode 3. So I'll make sure to link that video right here for those of you who need it. The next chord is our B7. Next is E7. After that, we have our A chord. Then we have our A7. And the last chord you need to know is F sharp 7. And those are the 6 chords you need to know to play this song. Now, as I always say, if you're new to guitar, go ahead and pause the video and just take a few minutes to memorize those chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them. It'll make learning the rest of the song that much easier. But once you've done that, we can go ahead and jump into the strumming patterns that I would suggest for this song. Alright guys, so jumping right into it, the first strumming pattern I would suggest, as you can see, is just down, down, up, down, up, down, up, and it's going to sound like this. So hopefully you could hear a little bit of that bouncy vibe that this strumming pattern has going on. So the way we would count this is with kind of a triplet rhythm. So instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we're going to count it 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. And so those up strums are going to be leading into the next down strum. So the overall rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that up strum leads into the next one. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's going to give it that really laid back 60s kind of vibe whenever we're playing this. So let's go ahead and put our E chord on and play through this for a few measures together, and I want you to just jump in whenever you feel like you have the rhythm down. 1 and a, 2 and a, ready, go. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome! So if you can kind of get that rhythm internalized, you basically are going to be using that for the entire song. There is one part where we're going to change up our strumming just a little bit, but first of all, let's go ahead and get used to this strumming pattern with the chord transition. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the first verse and first chorus, and all you want to do is play through this pattern 2 times for each of these chords. So we're starting on our E. We have down, down, up, down, up, down, up twice. Then you go to your next chord, B7. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up twice. Then you're gonna stay here on B7 2 times. Then go back to your E chord. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up twice. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. You're gonna take this strumming pattern and put it back into the chorus as well. So it's gonna stretch almost over the entire song. So with our chorus, we have our E7. We're going down, down, up, down, up, down, up twice. Then we go to our A chord, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then right here is kind of like a little bit of a walk down, and this is where we're gonna do our second strumming pattern. So let's go ahead and talk about strumming pattern 2. And really quick before we go over the second strumming pattern, I wanted to thank the other sponsor for today's video, Black Mountain Thumb Picks. So this is what I've been wearing on my thumb as I've been playing through this song, so if you're curious about it, I will have more information and links in the description box down below. All right, so for strumming pattern 2, as you can see, it's just down, down, up, and it's gonna sound like this. All right, and before we go any further, I'm just gonna add a little vertical line halfway in between, and basically what that's gonna represent is where we're changing chords. So on the left half of the vertical line is one chord, and on the right half is the other chord. And this is only gonna be used like basically one time in the song when we do this little walk down. But here in the first chorus, we're going from our A chord to our A7 chord, and all you wanna do is apply strumming pattern 2. So on your A chord, you're gonna do the first half, down, down, up, and then on A7, you're gonna finish it out, down, down, up, all right? So going back to the beginning of that line, we have our E7 chord on strumming pattern 1, down, down, up, down, up, down, up twice, to A, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then here we're gonna do strumming pattern 2, A, down, up, A7, down, up. All right, that's basically the only part of this song that you'll be using the strumming pattern. So if you don't like it or you don't like that walk down, you could just keep that A chord going for the full first strumming pattern, in which case you could just use the first strumming pattern for the whole song. But anyways, without stopping, that chorus sounds like this. E7, twice, A, down, down, up, down, down, up. Then you would continue with your F sharp 7 and go back to strumming pattern 1. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up twice, to B7. All right, so that whole chorus sounds like this. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree. And then on that B7 chord, I like to do one full strumming pattern, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then just come in with a single down strum, because there you'll go back into the verse. If you're not here with me, and when those blue, and then you would go back into the strumming pattern, okay? With all of that being said, let's go ahead and put everything together to play through the whole song. On a green Christmas, I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. If you're having fun fun and want to jam out to the rest of this song with me, make sure to check out the link to my full play-along tutorial available on my Patreon page. It is absolutely free, and I will make sure to link it in the description box down below as well as in this iCard up here. Unfortunately, when I play through full songs here on YouTube, it does have a habit of getting copyrighted, which hurts my channel, so I did move that over to my Patreon page, but like I said, it is free, and while you're over there, you can also download a printable guide for this song. It has everything that I taught in this tutorial, the chords, the strumming patterns, the lyrics, and everything on a printable guide for you, so that is free as well, so make sure to check that out. I will link those in the description box as well as in these iCards that you'll see pop up on screen. But that does conclude the video for today, so thank you so much for watching. If it helped you, make sure to give me a thumbs up down below as well as subscribe to my channel, that way you never miss out on any other new guitar tutorials. Another thank you goes out to Starfavor and Black Mountain Pigs for sponsoring today's video, and I also wanted to give a special shout out to my top patrons over on my Patreon page. I'll make sure to list all of their names on screen right now, and of course a thank you goes out to all of my patrons for supporting my channel and making videos just like this impossible. You guys are awesome. Here are my social media sites in case you'd like to follow me on any of those. That's just where I do fun things like behind the scenes looks at things that I'm working on. I'll poll you guys on what you want to learn next, and I'll even do giveaways on there a few times a year, so make sure to check it out. But I think that ends the video, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this helped, and I hope you have a really happy holiday.